annual Reed Dance takes place today after 2 years, with the new AmaZulu king, Misuzulu kaZwelithini, presiding over the ceremony for the very first time. The ceremony, which will see Zulu maidens of the nation dancing bare-breasted in celebration of their virginity, will lay reeds before the king as a sign of respect. Newzroom Afrika's Ziyanda Ngcobo is in KZN this morning and joins us live. Ziyanda, just very quickly, we know that this particular tradition is, a centuries-old tradition and one that normally signals the beginning of spring. But what can we expect from the Reed Dance today?
Well, you'll know, Ntokozo, that the annual Reed Dance has not taken place for at least 2 years now as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. And yes, it is a tradition that goes back to all the way since the times of King Shaka, but then it ceased to exist and was actually revived by the late King kaZwelithini Zulu in 1984, alongside with his great wife at the time, Manfombi Dlamini Zulu. So today we're expecting thousands of maidens, as we already see. Thousands have already begun flocking here at the Enyogeni Palace, KwaNongoma, where they will be celebrating their rite of passage. It's basically your transition into womanhood, and the elements then of virginity testing had since been added to this particular rite of passage. You can see the maidens very excited to be here in Enyogeni here today. They've woken up very early and very happy to be here. So I'm going to try and bring in one of the maidens who has agreed to speak to us. Her name is Simpiwe Zwane, and she is here. She'll be talking to us about, how she feels about being here today. I'm obviously going to have to get through the crowd to locate her, but she is somewhere here, and she will be speaking to us. There she is. Simpiwe, you're live on Newzroom Afrika. Mongasitshela ukuthi uze ngani la namhlanje?
Namhlanje into engize ngayo ngize ngomntombi bami. Ngizo celebrate isiko lakaZulu as sekuyisikhathi sizazi ukuthi singamalu siyayiqhenya ngomntombi bethu, siyayiqhenya ngobuze bethu. Ukufika la namhlanje ave kuyinto ejabulisayo ukuthi nje nathi sibone ukuthi ave singamatshitshi siqhenya ngento
Simpiwe, njengoba futhi ke sekunesilo esisha ke uzizwa kanjani ngalokho njengoba futhi nizobe niyiqhenya phambi kwakhe?
Indlela engizizwa ngayo ayilinganiseki inkulu ngoba last year silahlekelwe ubuzwe bethu azange safika la, but lokho akuzange kusithena amandla ukuthi silahlekelwe umntombi bethu. So kufika kwesile esisha kungenze ukuthi ngabona ukuthi AmaZulu anepower.
Okay, well, there we have it in Ntokozo. That is Simpiwe Zwane. She's from Vryheid. She came here this morning. Part of the celebrations that will be taking place, there'll be lots of singing, there'll be lots of dancing, and right down a few kilometers from where I'm standing is where the girls will be actually picking up the reeds, and they'll walk all the way up this particular road into the Enyogeni Palace, where they'll be led by a particular maiden who'll be leading the ceremony, and then they'll lay the reeds one by one before the king of the AmaZulu nation. And I must add that legend says that if your reed does not stand, then it means you are no longer a virgin. So here's some of the singing and dancing from Intom KwaZulu.
Well, we will, of course, continue to bring you more coverage of the Reed Dance taking place out at Enyogeni Palace in KwaNongoma. Please note, though, that we will bring you more coverage, but some of these visuals may have bare-breasted women and girls as part of the cultural practice. So just keep note of that as we continue to bring you rolling coverage out of Enyogeni Palace.